These are the 3 money accounts everyone should have. So if you're just starting your money journey and this is the first time you're ever actually touching some money, or you're actually making some real money, or two, you already started but you don't have a system set in place. The biggest mistake that people make in the beginning that they don't know they're making is that they don't have a system. They don't have specific accounts that they put their money into. They don't have a specific savings account or a checkings account that they're putting their money into. And they don't know how to create that system, right? They have no separation, they have no clarity, which pretty much means they're a mess, right? They're not tracking their expenses. They're not tracking the how much money's coming in, how much money's coming out. They're not budgeting correctly. So they don't have a system set in place. In this video, I'm breaking down the first 3 money accounts that everyone should have. Whether you're in your teens, whether you're in your early 20s, whether you're in your 30s, or whether you're just getting serious about your finances, these are the 3 main accounts that anyone should have. This simple setup can change how you manage your money instantly. The first account you need to have is a checking account, right? This is the account that everyone has for your daily expenses, paying your bills, everyday spending, any debit card purchases. That's their main account, right? This checking account is not where you save your money long term. This is not an account where you just take your money and you save, right? You don't want to be doing that in a checkings account because that's not the goal of it. The goal of a checking account is it's a checking account. It has a debit card attached to it, and you're making everyday purchases. You're spending every single day. So your goals, your long-term goals, shouldn't be connected with that account, if that makes sense. It should be used as a flow account, right? Money comes in, money's going out, money's coming in, money's going out. Transactions made every day, your gas, your food, your bills, your grocery, basic things like that. The key rule is to only keep what you need for the month in your checking account. And when too much money sits in here, it gets spent without you noticing. That's the biggest issue that you have. Let's say, for example, you create a goal where you want to take some money and set aside for a project, but you're using that same checking account for this project, the same checking account that you're paying your gas in, the same checking account that you're using on a day-to-day basis, but you have a plan for this money. You have a goal, something that you want to attain with this money. That money should be separate, right? Checking account is for money coming in, money that's flowing out, and then your plans need to be set aside. That needs to be set up in another account. The second account is a high yield savings account, right? This is where you build your emergency fund. I know you guys often hear people talking about emergency fund. What is emergency fund? It basically, the words that are in it is what it is. An emergency fund. Any emergencies that you need, anything quick, any money that you need quickly. Okay. Tire pops, emergency fund. Something happens with the car, because y'all know how cars be these days, bro. You drive it off the lot for some reason, a week passed by straight, then the next week it got a problem. So you guys know how cars, how they are. You guys know the random things that will just happen in your life for no reason, right? Because life is life. So you have to prepare for those things. You have to have an emergency fund prepared for those things. You have to be prepared for when you're going to get laid off, right? I'm not saying you're going to get fired or anything, but the way the economy is right now, everyone's getting laid off because of AI. So you have to be prepared for that. Whether it's $1,000 that you have in your emergency fund, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever it is, whatever amount that it is, you have to have that money in an emergency fund. So this account is specifically for money you don't want to touch, but you still need access to if life happens. So you don't want to touch this money. This emergency fund money, you don't want to be touching it. And this money is specifically going into a high yield savings account because it's gaining interest over time, right? By saving your money into this account, you're gaining interest. So you don't want to put it in a regular savings account, but you want to put it in a high yield savings account. I forgot to say that. But you don't want to put it into just a regular, like your Bank of America regular savings account where they give you a 0.01 interest rate. But you want to put it in a Vero Bank account. You want to put it in a SoFi savings account. It's one of those banks that offer a little bit higher percentages as far as interest rate, right? So in 2026, letting your savings sit in a low interest account makes no sense because you're actually losing money because of inflation. If you understand how inflation works, naturally there's a 2-3% inflation every year. So any money that's sitting inside of a savings account is losing value over time. Your buying power is over time losing value. That doesn't mean you are losing money. That's not what it means. If you have 4,000, now you have 3,988. That's not what I mean. I mean, in the future, perhaps the next year, the stuff that you're going to be buying with this amount of money that you had saved have already increased. Instead of a Chipotle bowl being $8-9, now it's going to be $11. So your buying power doesn't have the same value that it had before. So just think of that. A high yield savings account keeps your money safe. It earns interest, right? This is why you're using the high yield savings account and not a regular savings account. High yield savings account because it keeps your money safe, it earns interest, and it creates a peace of mind. You kind of have something to rely back onto when you get laid off, when your car suddenly for some reason doesn't want to start. So you can take it to the mechanic and you know you have $600-700 that you can spare, that you can spend, right? So that's why you need a high yield savings account, for those emergencies, for those things that you know just happen on a whim. It just happened because life is lifing, right? This account protects you from debt, it protects you from stress and just having panic attacks, bro. Because seriously, like the car, I want to go back to the car situation because stuff will just happen. Like realistically, like stuff will just happen. You'll wake up one day, car was fine the day before, and then today you don't want to start, or today it's making some weird noises. You know what? My favorite thing, car starts making problems, man. Turn up the music, bro. I don't hear anything. That's my thing. Yeah, that's my solution to it. So, nah, but on a serious note, that money in your high yield savings account, it's for emergencies. It keeps your money protected and it creates a peace of mind for you. So you know, okay, you have this money to rely on. The third account is an investment account. I know we talk a little bit about this investment account, but this is where your money is working for you. I know y'all don't understand it yet, but investing is the way to wealth, is the way to real wealth, right? Buying assets that are appreciating over time. Buying assets that are appreciating over time instead of leaving your money in a checkings account, in a savings account, but buying assets that are appreciating over time. Stocks, ETFs that are naturally going up because the stock market is giving you these back. The stock market is giving you this money back. So this could be opening a brokerage account. This could mean opening a Roth IRA account or investing into long-term index funds or ETFs. This account is not for emergencies or short-term spending. So you're not withdrawing this money, right? You're not taking out this money every time after you're done investing, you see a little profit, you take out. That's not what this account is for. It's for long-term. So think 10 to 20, 30, 40 years. That's the goal. That's your time horizon. When we talk about long-term investing, that's your time horizon. You have to think about it like that, because the more you think about it as a personal brokerage account, as just a account you can take your money out. Oh, I see profits for $300. I'm going to take that money. That's not how you should think about it. It's called letting time do its job. It's called letting compound interest do its job. And we'll get into that later, what compound interest is and the job it does and what exactly does it do and how it allows you to build wealth. How money the initial amount you put in and the profits, and how those two combine to create even more profits, and then your recurring payments are just adding on top of them, and that creates your wealth. So a brokerage account, personal brokerage account, taxable brokerage account, a Roth IRA, and investing into long-term index funds or ETFs. And the fourth one I also want to put on there is your 401k with your employer, right? Everybody should, not not all employers do provide a 401k, but go to your job and see and talk to them. Talk to your HR department. Usually hotels, hospitals, they offer 401ks, right? If you work at a restaurant, I'm not sure if they would offer 401ks because it costs too much on their end, but hotels, uh nursing agencies, right? What's some others companies? Some other type of companies. Just like those big corporations, they usually offer 401ks. 401k is pretty much an investment account where they take a piece of your paycheck, not too much, maybe like 3% of your paycheck, and they invest into the market for you, right? And sometimes some employers even go as far as to match that money. So whatever you're putting, let's say you're putting 3%, they'll give you another 3%. So now it's 6%, pretty much. Let's say you put 5%, now they give you another 5%. Now it's 10%. Not 10% they're taking from you, but you put in 3% or you put in 5%. That 5%, let's say, is $20 of your paycheck. Now they're adding another $20. That's pretty much what that means. It's not that they're taking an extra $20 off of you, but they're matching it. So it's basically free money, right? This is the 401k. So there's a Roth IRA. There is a personal brokerage account as far as investing goes. And there's investing into long-term ETFs through your personal brokerage account, through your Roth IRA. And then your 401k, which is your employer sponsored account, investment account. So these accounts are for long-term growth, beating inflation, and building wealth over time. Building wealth over time, letting time and compound interest do their job, and not trying to beat the market, not trying to outsmart the market, not trying to be a stock picker, because nobody's experts. The more you think you know about stocks, the less you actually do. I just want to put that out there. The more you think you're an expert and you know what's happening, PE ratios, company financial reports, the less you actually know. So you don't need a lot of money to start. You just need to be consistent. That's the main thing. When it comes to investing, you don't need a lot of money to start. You can start with 20, you can start with 30, you can start with $10, you can even start with $1. $1 is not going to be too significant. You won't see too much change, but just to get a feel of how things are, I would give you that advice. Start with $1. Just see, okay, man, I made 5 cents on there. Then you see the actual power of what investing is, the actual power of how it works. Even little small contributions matter because time is on your side, right? That's the best thing when it comes to investing. Time is on your side. And compound interest is going to do its job, always. Compound interest is always going to do its job. So here's how these accounts work together. Your income comes in, that's your checking account. Your savings move automatically, that's your savings account. Your high yield savings account. Investments happen automatically and consistently, that's your investment account. Each account has one job. They each have their own job. You're not mixing them, right? So you're not mixing these accounts. Money's coming in. Everything should also be automated. So money comes in, automatic transfer to your SoFi or Vero high yield savings account. So you're not even worried about it. Then automatic transfer to your taxable brokerage account, automatic transfer to your Roth IRA. Your 401k, it's already automatic because your employer takes care of that, right? They deduct it already from your account. So each account has one job. When your money has clear roles, you stop guessing and you stop when your money has clear roles, you start progressing because now your system is automated and you don't have to constantly be checking in because you already set up a system in place and you know money's coming into your checking account. This amount of money is being spent this month. This amount is being put into my Roth IRA. This amount is going into 401k. This amount is going to high yield savings account. Whatever limit or amount you've set for your high yield savings account. So common mistakes people make that you have to avoid. Don't invest money you need soon, right? I would suggest you creating your high yield savings account first before you actually start entering into investing, because that's the most important thing. You don't want to start your investing account and then have to take some of that money out because now your car just broke down or you just lost your job and now you're trying to take out your money. What did I tell you? Time and compound interest are supposed to do its job. So the more time that you allow your investments to grow, the better your results will be. But if what you're doing essentially when you're taking out from your investments is you're making time's job harder than it's supposed to be. Time came, it's doing its job, but now you're messing up what time has going on because now you're cutting some of your profits, you're taking some of that money out, and you're not letting compound interest do its job. So do not start investing. Don't start investing into anything until you have set your emergency fund, until you have set that correct. I don't know what your limit is, but it's usually 3 to 6 months of your expenses, 3 to 6 months of however much your living expenses are, your rent, your bills, your groceries, however much gas you use, whatever it is, your vices, how, if you like going out, whatever it is that you calculate in your head that you need for the month, set that up times 4, times 6, and that's your high yield savings account. So, and don't keep all your money in one account. Don't, like I just said, I gave you 3 different type of accounts to have. Each of them are different. Checkings account, high yield savings account with a different bank. Not with Bank of America, not with Wells Fargo, Chase, not any of them. A high yield savings account from Vero, SoFi, right? Those type of companies. Clarity beats complexity. Clarity beats just putting your money into one account and then trying to do transfers, not having automatic payments set up, not having reoccurring payments set up. So these are the different things that you have to understand. If you don't have these 3 accounts set up yet, that's okay. Now what you need to do is create each of those accounts, right? You obviously might have a checking account already, but go out and look for the best high yield savings account that gives you the best return. Open that and then start your journey with investing by creating a personal brokerage account. Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, whichever one of those companies that you want to go to and that you would prefer, right? So that's a wrap for today's video. If you like more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next one.